Inside a closed, the element that designs the Ragusa area through the dry stone walls, the house is arranged which seeks dialogue with the landscape, but without any mimetic intent. At the point where the ground bends towards the valley, the volume rests partly on the outcropping rock and projects with the cantilever towards the sea, on the horizon. The horizontality that characterizes it is expressed through the compact and relaxed shape, which inside is articulated thanks to the subtraction of the voids, alternating with the fullness of the living environments. The use of AC exposed face underlines the value assumed by the structural elements, the cantilever, the inclined partitions, the shaped beams and the staircase. The project expresses the idea of a bridge volume on two supports, the ground upstream and the strut that supports the cantilever, downstream. The house, essentially on one level, develops around an internal-external path along which the voids are distributed and the views of the landscape converge, in a sequence that ends on the roof. The house is accessed from the entrance square, through a longitudinal open-air path, slightly higher than the level of the Timpa. Along this visual channel we come across the staircase that leads to the roof, while at the back the living area opens up with transparent walls that allow landscapes and light to converge with different qualities. The living area is conceived as a single living environment, in which the spaces dedicated to functions are organized seamlessly, around the large void of the courtyard. By contrast, the sleeping area constitutes a private and autonomous nucleus, consisting of 2 bedrooms and private bathrooms. The void represents the generating element, digging the volume through the loggias and the courtyard. The perception of the landscape is borrowed from the visual cuts that frame the parts and not the whole, and from the paths, conceived as devices that allow the place to be gradually discovered. The living space is defined by the 2 horizontal floors and the large windows that dematerialize the shell. The function of sleeping and related services is reduced to the essential, while the meeting space for shared activities is amplified and declined in different ways, moving from the living room, open through the 2 glass fronts, to the study which is divided circularly around the service block, to the kitchen dining room where the roof section expands to project onto the landscape.